kids. I'm Sherry Hiroi today, and
I'm Kylie.
This is my daughter Kylie. So, what are we gonna draw today?
We're gonna be drawing this cute little brain.
Yeah, do you remember last time we drew a neuron and we made pipe cleaner neurons too. Now we're gonna draw a brain, a whole brain. So the brain, remember, was made up of neurons, right? So this brain is inside of your skull.
And it's only about the size of your two fists.
That's right. You know what? I'm gonna show you something. Can you go get the special guest for today? Special guest for today.
Oh, it's heavy.
Just in time for Halloween is
Mr. Skull.
Mr. Skull. So this is inside of your face. This is what this looks like. Pretty cool, huh? And there's another surprise. Mr. Skull has
Mr. Brain.
a Mr. Brain. You see that? This is a brain. It's a fake brain. But this is pretty similar to the brain that we have in our heads. I'm gonna stand it out. Oh, it's really sticky. So this looks very close to what a real brain looks like. The size and the color, it's kind of pinkish, grayish, yellowish color. And look, this is what we're gonna draw. We're gonna color it many different colors because we're gonna learn about the different parts of the brain, the front part, the back part, and the names of it and what it does. So we're gonna learn all about the different parts of the brain. All right, Kylie, are you ready? You got your marker?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's get started. Okay, first we're gonna start with this outline first, okay? So we're gonna start drawing just this part of the brain. So we're gonna start maybe from the middle, a little bit to the left, from here, and then all the way down to the middle part of the horizontal part of the paper, okay? So now let's connect the dots from here to here. Ooh, just like that. Ooh, nice, Kylie. Oh, nice. Okay, now we're gonna do this part, okay? So from here, we're just gonna go whoop, straight, like this.
Oh, I made it.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's great. But okay, so now we're gonna make this crease in the brain because the brain is made up of the left and the right half, okay? If this is too hard, you can also start from here. But we're gonna make a little crease here. So we're gonna start from like maybe right here and then connect the dots from here to here. Like that. Oh, good job. Okay, now we're gonna just draw this portion. So put a dot right here-ish and then connect the dots.
Here?
Yeah, that looks good. Oh, good. Okay. Now we're gonna just draw this part, okay? So we're gonna put maybe from where you started all the way to the back right here. Put a dot somewhere right here.
Right here?
Yeah, same-ish area. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay? Now we're gonna connect the dots again. Ooh, round. Good job. And then now, same thing, but we're gonna do it the bottom half of the brain. Okay, so now we're gonna put the dots right below where you started this portion. So like right around there. So maybe like right here for you. Okay, ready? Yeah. So we're gonna connect it like loopy circle. Oh, oops, I didn't connect it, but that's okay. You don't have to connect it. Whoa, that's a big one, Kylie. You have a big brain. All right. Okay, now we're gonna connect this and this, kind of like a half a circle right here, like that. Good job. And then we're gonna make this lump. Brain has
Pac-Man.
Oh yeah, it does. It's a Pac-Man. So this lump goes like that. Just kind of like a, what is this? Like
that?
Bump. Yep. Oh, perfect. You did it. So now, what should we do? I think we're gonna make these creases. Okay. from here, where you did the straight line, like right on there, yeah, where the dot you made, we're gonna do a squiggly, 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 squiggly.
I'm gonna do it from right here.
Yeah, that's good. Somewhere right in the middle. Ooh, nice one. Okay, so from this lump to the dot you made here, we're gonna do another loopies. Ooh, nice. Ooh, that one looks like a wave. And then that little one right here, from starting from this to wherever you want, like right. Nice one. Okay. Now we're gonna make this part. It's called the cerebellum. Ready? Boom. Oh, sorry. So you see the squiggly you made? So from here, you just make a little loop down here. You're gonna have a very little. Okay, and then from the same spot you started, make another big loop. That's okay. That's okay. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's fine. And then from this part, I'm gonna make another loop. Ooh, yeah, nice. That's good enough. Okay, so you can make another one if yours look little, and if you want to make it this size. But ours is done. Now we're gonna make the brain stem. So from here, yeah, you do. From where you started this part. Okay, so go from this cerebellum, move over just a bit, right about this much, from here to here. Make a lump and stop. Just a small lump. Oh, yours is way far. That's okay. Make a giant one like this. And then brainstem. Just a straight line going down. Perfect. Okay. Now we can draw the cute eyes. Okay, the eyes, you want to start kind of close to this where you started in the beginning. Right here, you're going to make a big circle, not big, but big-ish circle for the eyeball. And then another eyeball, maybe right from the middle of these two. So
right
maybe
here?
right around here.
Right here?
Yeah, perfect. Nice. Okay, and then let's make the little circles. So little circles within your eyeballs. I'm gonna make two. You can make one or two, both sides.
And then
Yeah, you can color it
non-circle
in
part.
now. We're ready for the U in the middle. That's the mouth. Some
I'm
people.
gonna make it cute.
Oh, you're gonna make a fun one. Okay. That's
I'm
good.
gonna make eyelashes.
Oh, you're gonna make your eyelash. I'm gonna make mine a boy this time. No eyelashes. Okay, now let's make these creases because the brain is made up of lots of creases, and we're gonna talk about that later. For the creases, yeah, I'm gonna use a thinner marker. You don't have to. You can just use the same one, but we're gonna use a thinner one because it'll look cuter, I think. Okay, so we're gonna make 3 lumps right in the in between this crease that we made. Okay. Oh, you did it. Okay. So now we're gonna make another one. So remember you did this line. We're gonna follow this line, but we're gonna make it lumpy. Lump, 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 lump. I'm gonna do 4. Oh, perfect. And then don't start instead of starting right next to this one, we're gonna kind of make it alternating. So we're gonna start from the middle of the lump, and then we're gonna go boink, 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 boink. Nice. Okay, we're gonna do another one. Okay, we're done with our lumps. So you can see we put lots of lumps. You can put how many ever you want. The more lumps, the better. See? We don't have the same amount, but that's okay. You can make how much ever you want, whatever you can fit inside. Okay? Now we're gonna color! Okay, are you done, Kylie?
Pick up your paper in 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Yeah! I mean, brain.
Brain! It's okay. So, let's talk about what this all means. What should we talk about first? Okay, so first, I'm going to talk about how I said there was left and the right side, right? So if you look at the brain, Mr. Brain, you can see there's a crease in the middle and the brain is separated into left side and the right side, right? So left and the right side has they do different things. I'm moving my right arm right now, right? Peace. Guess which side of the brain is moving my right arm?
Left.
How did you guess? Hands. So when you're moving your right hand or right arm, that's your left side. It's the opposite side telling my arm to move. So if I'm moving my left hand, which side is it?
Right.
That's right. Opposite side is moving your hand and arm. Same thing with your legs and everything in your body. It crisscrosses. Well, not everything, but most things are opposite, yeah? So that's pretty cool. What else do we want to talk about? Oh, let's talk about the creases. So do you remember how we made these little creases here? Oh, where's my paper? No, where's my... Oh, you stole my brain.
Sorry.
You remember we made little creases? That's these creases here. Do you know why we have these creases? They're like wrinkles. They're like wrinkles. Why do you think we have wrinkles?
So you can eat?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. So, imagine, remember we did the neurons last time? Remember I said that the brain is made up of lots and lots of neurons? Guess how many? Guess how many?
1,000 billion quadrillion.
Close. Very close. She's right. She's very close. The brain is made up of 100 billion, not million, billion, 100 billion neurons. That's a lot. 100 billion neurons. That's like all the stars in the galaxy. That's 100 billion stars in the galaxy. 100 billion neurons stuck in your brain. In this brain, that's kind of small if you think about 100 billion neurons, right? If you want to fit that many neurons into your skull, you have to, what do you have to do if I want to fit this paper into my fist? What do you have to do?
Crumple.
Crumple it.
Oh, that's why it's wrinkly.
Yeah! That's why it's wrinkly. See, when I crumple it up, it fits in my fist. But if it wasn't crumpled, it's way too big, right? It's way too big. It won't fit in my hand. So when you crumple it up, it fits. Same thing with the brain. All those 100 billion neurons, when you crumple it up, you get all this wrinkles. That's why we drew these lumps everywhere. So the more lump you have, the more brain or more neurons you can fit in your brain. That's cool, right? So hopefully you drew a lot of wrinkles so you can have lots of neurons in there. Okay, for now, and now the cool part. Let's talk about the different colors. Do you know what this blue part of the brain is called?
You speak.
The left side of, yes, the left side of this part is called, but what is this front part called, do you know? You can cheat. The front part, this blue part, the blue part. Yes, frontal lobe. It's pretty easy because it's in the front and it's the frontal lobe. So the brain is made up of 4 lobes. 4 lobes. Frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe and the temporal lobe, but we're going to talk about each of them. So the frontal lobe first is important for things like decision making and planning things, and like Kylie was saying, for speech. But the left side of that frontal lobe is important for speech. So it's really important that because the frontal lobe makes you who you are, your personality, how you think about really hard things like planning what to do next and things like that. So that's really important. Another important thing that the frontal lobe does is a motor. So when I was telling you, I move my right arm with my left side of the brain, that's the frontal lobe right here that's doing that. So frontal part is important for personality, movement, speech on the left side,
Solving problems.
solving problems. Good job. Good memory. That brings us to this orange part. This orange part is called the temporal lobe. This is a pretty easy one to remember too, because this part of your head is called the temples. So that's right next to the temples, yeah? So the temporal lobe is right next to the temples. And it's also right next to your ears, right? Temple, ear, right next to your ear.
That's why it helps hear.
That's right. That's why temporal lobe is very important for hearing. Okay, so hearing. Also, when we were talking about memory earlier, you remember things. You remember things because there's a part of the really deep inside, near the temporal lobe, that helps with the memory. Do you remember what that part is called? You always talk about it. Memory. When you're trying to remember things, your memory. Hippocampus! Remember? Hippocampus is in there. You learned about that in school. But that's in there too. So that's important for memory. So that temporal lobe is really important for remembering things and hearing things. Right next to your ear. Now, let's talk about the green part. What's the green part? This one's really hard to say. Parietal, like a parachute that's on the top. Parachute, parietal lobe. So parietal lobe, what's the parietal lobe important for? Do you know? Yes, touching first. Okay, let's talk about touching. So when you're feeling stuff, so if I'm feeling this pencil with my finger, that goes to my parietal lobe and tells me, oh, I'm touching something. So if I'm doing this, if I'm touching your hand, if I'm touching your shoulder, it's going to your parietal lobe and telling Kylie, hey, somebody's poking your face. Somebody's poking your face. Okay, that's your parietal lobe. The last lobe is the occipital lobe. That's right. It's way in the back here, way in the back. It's called the occipital lobe. That one's hard to say too, but it sounds like octopus. I don't know if that helps. But occipital lobe is in the very back of the brain. Do you know what that does, Kylie? That's right. Isn't that weird? Your eyeballs are in the front, right? But the eyeball, what we see, has to go all the way to the back in the occipital lobe, in the very back, to tell us what we're seeing. So
we have 4 eyes.
you do it. It's like having 4 eyes because your occipital lobe is like an eye. So that's the occipital lobe. That's basically all that does. But vision is very important. So it's like having an eyeball in the back of your eyes. Pretty cool, huh? Occipital lobe. And then the last two, this lumpy thing on the bottom is called the... Oh, it's not in there actually. Cerebellum. Cerebellum. Can you say that? Cerebellum. It means little brain because it looks like a little brain. Cerebellum is very important for balance. So, do you ride bicycles? So when you're riding a bicycle, or if you are skateboarder, do you skateboard? Scary, huh?
We don't have one.
Skateboarding, things like that. So when you need to balance, that's what the cerebellum does. Cerebellum is important for balance. Okay? And then the brainstem does everything else. So you need your brainstem right here. It's really important. It makes you breathe and do all the living things that you don't even think about. Working very hard. The brainstem is working very hard to keep you alive. To keep that brain safe. So if you're riding your bicycle, what do?
Put on a helmet.
Put on a helmet. Good job. Always put on your helmet. Protect your brain because you see, the brain does so many things, huh? If you don't have your brain, you can't do any of those things we talked about. Okay? I think.
The brain.
Protect your brain, Mr. Skull. Protect your brain. Don't be opening your brain and taking it out. You need that brain. Okay, we're all done here. We learned all about the brain today. The blue part is frontal lobe. The green part is like a parachute, parietal lobe. The back one is
Occipital lobe.
that's right, occipital lobe. And the orange is
Temporal lobe.
next to the temple, temporal lobe. And then cerebellum and the brainstem.
Hope you had fun.
Yeah, I hope you had fun. I hope your brains turned out really nice. Do you have any questions?
Nope, but I might want to talk about the eyes next time.
Okay, we can talk about the eyeballs. Okay.
Fun.
Hope you-
Subscribe to mine.
Yeah, if you like this video and you'd like to see more videos,
Subscribe to my channel. It's a red
it'll come up
subscribe
at the end, I think. Team Neuro for Kids, subscribe. See you next time.